The internet is a unique place, unlike any other, allowing users to browse whatever content they want whenever they want. It's a utility that everyone has access to and is the embodiment of free speech in the modern world. However, as of recent, there's been quite the stir up as to what the future of the World Wide Web will be like. The concept of net neutrality has been in place for years now, but what exactly is it? Net neutrality is a set of guidelines where internet service providers must treat all data equally and cannot throttle speeds or charge users based on the source of the information being browsed. Things may be changing though. On Thursday, December 14th, a vote within the Federal Communications Commission, also known as the FCC, will decide the future of the internet's neutral grounds. Ajit Pai, the chairman of the FCC, is leading the push towards disbanding net neutrality. He believes that the rules put in place by net neutrality is restraining the ability for businesses to act freely, as well as preventing innovation and competition within the online marketplace. Today, we took the time to interview some people to get their thoughts and perspectives on the topic of neutral internet.
Net neutrality protects our First Amendment rights. Without net neutrality, we wouldn't have freedom of speech on the internet.
Well, I think net neutrality is the whole reason why the internet is so great. You're able to access anything, watch anything, stream anything, learn anything at any time, and to possibly be charged more or be restricted by corporations on what we can access and when is kind of defeats the whole purpose of the internet.
I think the net neutrality thing is kind of disgraceful, to be honest with you. And I think it's something that could totally ruin the internet and derail something that is beautiful, creative, and allows people to be expressive and adventurous. I think the net neutrality thing would limit a lot of people in a lot of ways that would be bad for, I guess, the modern world.
I think it's wrong. I think it's an infringement of our rights.
It's definitely unfair. The whole thing that makes the internet so great is that it's free for anybody to access at any time. And I don't know, to be charged for things like YouTube and Snapchat and Instagram by corporations just makes it unfair.
I think that's very wrong. You already have providers, and I liken it to basically like a cable provider, where you can only buy select packages with certain providers and stuff like that. I think that by charging to use the internet, you would have these mega companies partnering with other mega companies, and I think in the long run that would force people to make choices on what they can and cannot have, whereas the internet right now is an open landscape. You just explore and use whatever you want. You could see companies like Comcast or Verizon partnering with Netflix and Hulu, and then you're forcing the consumer to make a choice between Netflix or Hulu. And I just think that's wrong. I think it should be completely wide open the way it is now. I think you should give the consumers and the users the ability to use whatever platform they want. You're already paying for the Wi-Fi services most likely from a provider, so I don't see why you're going to lose freedom as an individual. I don't like that.
I think the internet could survive, but it's going to be a lot different place. Because gatekeepers, such as Verizon and AT&T, the internet providers would be able to control what information comes to their providers.
I think it would definitely lose popularity. I think a lot of people would make it a point to not use the internet quite as much or not use certain services that charge you more so as to not support the corporations that they would be supporting in using those. But I think it would still be alive at the end of the day, which is kind of scary.
Well, it's being voted on by 5 people, right? I think that's the case. So I just hope to God that at least 3 of them vote to oppose it. The net neutrality thing, I think, is something that they're kind of trying to sweep under the rug. The people who are paying attention are very passionate about it, and they should be.
If you believe in the concept of free internet without internet service providers interfering your content, visit the following link to make a stand and protect net neutrality.